Welcome you all in my YouTube channel. This is the 10th video of the series AZ-900 exam. Coming to the question, you plan to map a network drive from several computers that run Windows 10 to Azure storage. You need to create a storage solution in Azure for the planned map drive. What should you create? Option A, Azure SQL database. Option B, virtual machine data disk. Option C, file service in storage account. Option D, a blob service in a storage account. And correct answer should be option C, a file service in the storage account. Next question. North America is represented by a single Azure region. Option B, every Azure region has multiple data centers. Option C, data transfer between Azure services located in different Azure regions are always free. So we have to find which statement is true and which statement is false. And correct options would be North America is represented by a single Azure region. It should be no. Every Azure region has multiple data centers. It should be yes. Option C, data transfer between Azure services located in different Azure regions are always free. It should be no. Coming to the next question, which Azure service provides a set of version control tools to manage the code? Option A, Azure Repos. Option B, Azure DevTest Lab. Option C, Azure Storage. Option D, Azure Cosmos DB. And correct option would be option A, Azure Repos. Coming to the next question, you have an Azure environment. You need to create a new Azure virtual machine from a tablet that runs Android operating system. What are three possible solutions? Each correct answer present a complete solution. Option A, both use Bash in Azure Cloud Shell. Option B, use PowerShell in Azure Cloud Shell. Option C, use Power App in Portal. Option D, use Security and Compliance Admin Center. Option E, use Azure Portal. And correct three possible solutions would be option A, use Bash in Azure Cloud Shell. Option B, use PowerShell in Azure Cloud Shell. And option E, use Azure Portal, by which we can create a new Azure virtual machine from a tablet that runs Android operating system. Coming to the next question, you are tasked with deploying a critical LOB application which will be installed on a virtual machine to Azure. You are informed that application deployment strategy should allow for a guaranteed availability of 99.99%. You need to make sure that a strategy requires as little virtual machines and availability zones as possible. And solution provided is you include one virtual machine and two availability zones in your strategy. Does this solution meet the goal? It should be no, because for a guaranteed availability of 99.99%, the minimum requirement of virtual machines and availability zones would be two virtual machines and two availability zones must be there for providing a guaranteed availability of 99.99%. So it should be no. Coming to the next question, these are the three statements out of which we have to find which statement is true and which statement is false. Option A, to implement a hybrid cloud model, a company must have an internal network. Second statement, a company can extend the computing resources of its internal network by using a hybrid cloud. Third statement, in a public cloud model, only guest users at your company can access the resources in the cloud. And correct statements would be to implement a hybrid cloud model, a company must have an internal network. It should be no, because in hybrid cloud model, public as well as private cloud model, both are required. So it should be no. Second statement, a company can extend the computing resources of its internal network by using a hybrid cloud. It should be yes. And option C, in public cloud model, only guest users at your company can access the resources in the cloud. It should be no, because it is in public domain, so anyone can access it. Next question. You plan to deploy several Azure virtual machines. You need to ensure that services running on a virtual machines are available if a single data center fails. And solution provided is you deploy the virtual machines to two or more availability zones. Does this solution meet the goal? And correct option would be yes. Moving towards the next question, you plan to deploy several Azure virtual machines. You need to ensure that services running on virtual machines are available if a single data center fails. And this time the solution provided is you deploy the virtual machines to a scale set. Does this solution meet the goal? It should be no. Coming to the next question, you attempt to create several managed Microsoft SQL Server instances in an Azure environment and receive some message that you must increase your Azure subscription limits. What should you do to increase the limits? Option A, create a service health alert. Option B, upgrade your support plan. Option C, modify an Azure policy. And option D, create a new support request. And correct option is option D, create a new support request. Coming to the next question, you have an Azure environment. You need to create a new Azure virtual machine from a tablet that runs Android operating system. And solution provided is you use the Power Apps folder. Does this solution meet the goal? And it should be no.